Zidane Danny, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. In today's video, I recently sent my friend Shazar a copy of Vigilantes, and uh, this was for his birthday. Since he has never read any of Vigilantes, he has currently only watched season 3 of the main series, so I thought it was a good idea to send him the series, and yeah, this is his thoughts on the whole thing. Enjoy. So Shazar, what'd you think of Vigilantes?
I enjoyed it. I liked seeing the different view of My Hero Academia universe, of seeing the different view between the pro heroes and then the little people or the civilians that do still have powers but aren't in the pro um, hero as a job. But seeing the little guys there trying to help as much as they can in their own way, even though they're not a pro hero.
Yeah. It's actually really interesting. They actually go a lot more in depth in later volumes about how the whole hero system works. And I think that that's probably one of the most interesting things of this series is that it gets to show more light on the political side of what's going on, at least in my eyes. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, so, uh, so what was your favorite chapter or part of the first volume?
Um, Gotta say, I really like the ending, having that twist at the end there. Um,
Uh,
but there's a lot in there that I liked. Seeing the different characters there, and then like at the beginning, what is actually happening and what's going on.
oh yeah. Oh man, there's a lot of actually really interesting things. One thing that I do have to actually mention is that this volume is really good with introducing the characters and introducing the main ideas that are going to be important for the rest of the series, but doesn't really get a chance to really shine with some of the best things that make the series truly great, in my opinion. Unfortunately, you've only read the first volume, so that's kind of eh. But oh well. Um, so
Well, you have to start somewhere with the series, and introducing characters is one of the things that both TV series and books do at the beginning of their book series, and that's like the first thing that you read. So it makes sense to have book one as, or volume one as, introducing
yeah,
the characters so you know who they are, and then you can start seeing them often as you keep on reading
yeah,
or watching TV.
yeah. I yeah, I agree. Um, just a quick question: what character from the main series are you actually really hoping to see in this? Um,
I
besides
would
kids,
have to
because none of the
say,
kids are going to be in this. Just going to tell you that
no, the kids are.
none of the kids are going to be in this now.
Okay, so then the pro heroes is what you're asking.
Yeah, basically.
Um, that's a hard question. We already saw a lot of the pro heroes in this first book at the end. Um, but I really like to see more of All Might. I really liked him in the TV series. Um, Also Racerhead. He's in this first one, but I'd love to see more of him as we continue reading Vigilantes as the story continues.
Yeah. How about villains? Do you want to see any villains show up?
Um, that's a hard question. There's a lot of villains there. I think the one that comes to my mind, I can't remember his name, but his ability is that when he taste what that the person is
He's in the next
paralyzed
book.
and can't move.
Stain is in the next volume.
Yeah,
So you're gonna be excited to see his backstory. What's actually really interesting, I have to say, is that um, this series, you don't actually know how far back it is until I believe the third volume. Yeah, the third volume, because um, that's the point when you actually get to see Toshinori, which is All Might's alter ego. So, and since that doesn't actually happen until 5 years before uh, the main series, that's actually going to be really interesting to actually know that this is around when this series is taking place. So, I will spoil that, but it's not really that much of a spoiler. It's just pretty basic stuff to know that this is about 5 years for the starting point, about 5 years before Deku meets All Might. So, yeah. Um, So yeah, another interesting thing is that Ingenium is going to be a massive player in both the next volume and the third volume, as in Ida's brother. So that's gonna
oh,
be
that's gonna, that's gonna be cool.
yeah. Oh, it's actually really funny because of the fact that I don't want to spoil too many things, but there's actually like a lot of interaction between him and certain characters, and it's actually really interesting to see what exactly is going to go on in that story. Um, but yeah, um, so as you know, I've actually caught up with the series completely, including what's over in Japan only. Uh, and there's currently something going on in the main series as well as in this that really tie in together. Do you and I think that you're really going to be interested to see what exactly is going on. So could you just tell the people how much of My Hero have you read, watched in general?
Okay, so I've only watched the first three seasons. I have not started watching the fourth season of um, My Hero, and the only book that I have read is this one that we're talking about, My Hero Academia Vigilantes. So I haven't done much, but I am starting to get into it more, and I really am enjoying both the TV series and this book here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The interesting thing that I do have to say as well is you may not realize this, but a lot of uh, the side mangas and light novels and stuff, what they really get to do is that they get to write more on the stories that Kohi didn't actually get to tell in his stories, such as Stain's backstory, uh, stuff that was going on with All Might, stuff that was going on with Aizawa, and all this jazz that surprisingly is really important, but they're told through this story. So I'm actually intrigued to see if perhaps the anime is going to be starting up soon. Uh, if there was an anime adaptation of this, do you think you'd watch it?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Um, so one last thing before we actually sign off. Um, there are more than likely going to only be 10 volumes of this series. Would you want do you think that there should be more than that, considering the fact that the last volume ends in about 3 years time from the beginning of this?
Um, well, that depends up to the creators of this manga and the creators of My Hero, but as long as they can tie it up with a nice, pretty bow on the series, then 10 is uh, 10 mangas is good for me, but if they want to continue it, they want to make it broader, then continue the story and keep going on to more volumes for the fans to read and for everyone to understand these wonderful characters that they've created in this wonderful world.
Yeah. I think you're. I think you're really going to enjoy this series. Unfortunately, like I said, you haven't really gotten to see what really makes this series shine. And like, if you just look at the cover for the seventh volume, you probably don't know all but three of the characters on this. So, are you excited to see these characters?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it. I'll let you go now. But anyways, I'm really glad that you enjoyed this, and I hope that you can actually get a chance to read the rest of these volumes. And that's pretty much it. We did talk a little bit more afterwards, but nothing really too major. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed that video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and ring that notification bell. Leave your thoughts and theories down in the comments below. And of course, if you want to support the channel even more, then definitely head down to the description and check out all of our links down there. But anyways, guys, I've been Electro Ninja, and I'll see you guys next time. But on!